to another episode of Bronze League Beatdowns. Gonna go ahead and get this started here again. And you know what? We're gonna go ahead and cut it. We'll come back once. Well, we're broadcasting. So if we get some people to come in, take a look, while we're setting this up, might make the episode a little bit more boring, but you also get to check out the bands. You get to see how the people pick, see if anybody's actually picking, any kind of way that's makes sense, which they maybe aren't. It's very common they don't. Very, very common. So, and by it makes sense, I mean they are, doing counter picks. They're not picking obvious picks for the first pick. They're not doing things. They're making it so that it's just, well, impossible to win. Something like a Garen pick against a Teemo. When the Teemo knows how to play. Because, I've seen Garens destroy Teemos, but if the Teemo knows how to play against Garen, Garen should have a really hard time. So, I think that, in Bronze, you're getting people that are picking the character that they want to pick the most. It doesn't matter if the character or the pick affects things in a way that is negative to the overall composition of the team, which is unfortunate because really, you'll end up getting people that are creating a tankless, 5-man army basically. They've got nobody that can take any damage. Everybody is bombable. So what ends up happening in that situation? Well, you get one person that's a little bit better, that's able to avoid things, right? So far we don't have any picks. I'll let you know. We have one person that's a little bit better, and they avoid things. They end up becoming that 9-2. Alright, well now we get into the late game, and now it's 30-30, in deaths or in kills per team. And that 9-2 becomes a target. Now all the other ones get bombed out just as quick, but it's the 9-2 that can do the damage. It's that rivet, or it's that, well, it depends. Sometimes it's a Warwick, sometimes it can be a series of things. Looter. But that, character ends up becoming the, well, that's a good word for it, the cynosure, which means the center of attention, and being the cynosure, of all of these alts just makes it so that they just bomb out. They're just dead. So, and you get two alts on a squishy guy already. One of them being the disabling alt and the other one probably being the damaging alt. And all of a sudden that 30-30 game gets blown wide open by the team that has, 6 or 5 kills each, maybe one person with 10 kills, but they equal amount of deaths, not that person that's excelling. Maybe even that ribbon is at 13-2 or 13-5, maybe something more realistic. But the point is that they get bombed out, and all of a sudden the rest of the team can't produce the damage, especially if there's one tank in the other team. So as it stands, we don't have that tank now. I don't know what I'm going to be playing here to help my team, develop a little bit more strength. What we've got right now is a Caitlyn, a Thresh, which is a little concerning because this might be some kind of duo thing. And I guess it was picked not together, so maybe this is just somebody that likes to support. I didn't pay attention. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's just somebody that likes to support. Okay, so we might not be at the end of the world here. So, 4XA is a fine jungle. I'm satisfied with that. And what I'm having to do is to get a mid or a top, huh? Yeah, I'd like mid, because I'd like to just go ahead and keep up this real basic thing that we did from last episode. Okay, am I going to be able to do mid? I don't know. Sure, you can have it.
We'll
Okay.
bring them pain.
I know that. And I think our composition's really strong at this point. This looks like our tank. We may not be. This, depending, could be a little tanky. But it's not JJ Low. Hi. Okay, see, it wasn't JJ Low that said that we don't have a tank. So he's obviously plans on playing that role. Which is good, because my tank would have been Malphite. Could have been great. But I would have preferred to have something where I have more control. I don't feel like I have the control with Malphite, and you don't have the range that you do with Morgana to affect a team fight. And with that in mind, I'd much rather play Morgana. Which, I think that the generally accepted knowledge, that's unfortunate, the generally accepted knowledge is that Morgana is a very strong character. I think that that's acceptable. It's not wrong to say. So, fortunately, no match there. But this is your first time watching. Appreciate you coming by, but, just keep on, listening to me blather on about something. I might have something interesting to say here. But maybe not. Well, see if we can't get anybody in the chat. But doesn't seem like it's too busy right now. Might be kind of odd timing for a lot of people. Alright. It might be something where I want to incorporate a different name. Now, given the fact that there was this massive pause, I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream, restart it at the fix, and I think that will be the best for actual uploading.